lots of toys, all for the little ones' Christmas joys. Ho, 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 who wouldn't go? Ho, 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 who wouldn't go?
Hello and welcome everyone. This video is about the very basic things that we might require before we start off with painting the canvas. This video is basically for the beginners who've just started painting and are not really sure as to what all things they require. Our list here includes paint brushes, canvas, oil colors or acrylic paint, linseed oil, turpentine, texture white, sandpaper and a canvas.
Up on the housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus. Down through the chimney.
So this is the canvas that I recently bought. It is a 12 by 16 inches canvas. There are various sizes available in the market. You can choose whichever size is most appropriate for your work. The canvas that I'm using here is stretched on a wooden frame. There are also canvas available in the market that are stretched on boards and are called canvas boards. Now, these canvas that are stretched on wooden frames have small loops on each corner, and these loops are basically there for tightening the canvas once it is ready for painting. These small little keys are hammered into these holes so that the canvas does not loosen up after it has been painted. Now let's move on to our primer. This one is called texture white. It is basically used on top of the canvas before we start off with painting and after we have inserted the keys into the holes. It is basically the base coat on the canvas, and it can also be used to give textures to the painting, and it is a white color substance. Now next comes the linseed oil. Linseed oil is basically a medium and is responsible for slowing down or speeding up the drying process of the paint. Next comes the turpentine. Turpentine is basically a thinner and is used for thinning the paint and rinsing out the brushes and removing wet and dry paints from surfaces. Now next are pencils which we need for drawing on the canvas. Then there are paint brushes and other things. Moving on to paint, I'm here showing you oil paint, while you can also use acrylics. The difference between acrylics and oil paint is that acrylic paint dries off way faster. It takes 2 to 3 hours to dry, while oil paint takes a little longer, and it is, I guess, easier to use oil paint. Now here's my set of colors. This pack has 12 colors and it basically contains all colors that you might use. Now this is the student grade paint. The basic difference between student grade paint and artist grade paint is that student grade paint is cheaper as it is less pigmented, and artist grade paint is expensive as it is more pigmented. So the next thing we require is sandpaper. Sandpaper is basically used to smooth out the surface after we have primed it and it has dried well. Now we also make use of rags in order to dry out our brushes and to remove excess paint from our brushes. I guess this is it for this video, and I hope you like and I hope it was helpful. Thank you.